As we heard earlier, Zimbabwe will face Russia in the World Cup repechage. It won't be easy against a team determined to change some long-held perceptions of their country.
The biggest stereotype about Russians abroad is that Russians are angry, ignorant people who live in eternal frost, and that we still live in the Soviet Union and that we don't know anything about what's happening outside of it. It's not like this, because Russia has changed. It's an amazing and interesting country, and as you could see from the Olympic Games in Sochi, everything has changed. We're not an angry nation. We have a lot of kind, positive and beautiful people.
And there are no bears in the street.
Russia spans 9 time zones, and the Bears' recent squad reflects the 160 different ethnic groups. However, there's one characteristic all Russians share.
Well, the main Russian trait that gets ingrained from a young age is that we should never give up. We are trying to bring it to the game and use it in life. Not giving up is part of being Russian. You can ask anyone.
It's part of the Russian culture to always try to be first, whether in space, in sport, history, literature or art. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I'm proud of being Russian. I am what I am. I was born in this country, and now I represent it.
With such a vast country, there are many different pathways into rugby. Yuri Kushnarev is just one example. All Russian males are required to serve 12 months in the military. Yuri's grandfather was a submarine commander. His father played rugby for the Soviet Union.
I was born in a small town close to Moscow called Monina. It's the location of a military Air Force academy. My father played for the Soviet Union national team, and they were based there. And then my brother started playing rugby, and then me, and we're still playing. I'd been a member of a Moscow club, but recently joined another one, and now I play in Siberia.
The Russians have also tapped into the sport of wrestling and trained with the Olympic team before the 2011 World Cup. It's paid dividends, with several wrestling converts now playing in the Russian professional club competition.
Well, in general, there's a lot of wrestling in rugby. In the ruck, in the scrum, a lot in tackling. I believe wrestling is the type of sport that can build a foundation for any other sport. It gives all-round physical development. But I prefer tackling in rugby.
From the military to the wrestling mat and even onto ice.
I had been playing hockey for 7 years until I was 15. I believe it helped my physical development and allowed me to later switch to a contact sport like rugby. I think rugby combines different aspects from other types of sport. In Russia, rugby is far from being the most popular game, so many players come to rugby from other sports, like basketball, athletics, handball, and hockey, like me. If we fall into the hands of professional coaches who teach us a good technique, then such players can develop into great rugby players.